Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go.
My brothers and sisters, this man by the name of Nickholas Dizon, who did a very badly thing to our queen sister, needs to be in jail, for real. Manchester man by the name of Nickholas Dizon, facing multiple charges after exposing himself twice. Manchester, Connecticut WTNH A man is facing multiple public indecency charges after police say he exposed himself on 2 separate occasions, according to Manchester police. Nickholas Dizon on Friday at around 9:30 a.m., police said Nickholas Dizon, 26, of Manchester, exposed himself and made inappropriate comments while following a female victim through Center Springs Park. The victim sought safety and assistance at a nearby business on Main Street and later reported the incident to police. Dizon left the area before officials arrived. A second report about a man exposing himself came from an employee at the Hungry Tiger Cafe and Restaurant on Oak Street at around 4:30 p.m. Police said the employee confronted Dizon and told him to leave after witnessing him exposing himself outside of the business. Dizon was later apprehended a short distance away at CVS Pharmacy. He is being held on $250,000 bond and facing 2 counts of breach of peace in the 2nd degree, 2 counts of public indecency, stalking in the 2nd degree, and interfering with police. Police say the investigation is ongoing and additional charges may be assigned. Anyone with information on the investigation is asked to call Manchester Police at 860-645-5500. Dizon will be arraigned at the Manchester Superior Court on Monday. Next, my brothers and sisters, here is Nickholas Dizon arrest records and his TikTok account to report his TikTok account to, because he is a dangerous criminal who should not be on social media platforms too. And here is our queen sister's video story where she was talking about what Nickholas Dizon did to her too. Next, here is her video now.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 yo, go, go, go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way.
Okay, if you live in the Manchester, Connecticut area, be on the lookout for this man. I just had like the most terrifying experience with him. So I was at Center Springs Park this morning. If you know Center Springs Park, it's not in like a secluded area. It's right near Main Street, but once you're on the walking paths in the park, there's really nowhere else to go until you get to the park entrance or exit. So I'm walking through and I hear somebody behind me say, hey. Turn around and it's this man, and he asked me for the time. I tell him the time, I put my headphones back in, I keep walking, and then about 30 seconds later, I hear him say, hey again. So I look back at him, I take out my headphones, and he says, can I show you something? And I knew what it was going to be, so I said no, but by then he'd already whipped out his penis. I put my headphones back in, and I start speed walking out of the park. I didn't want to run because if I ran, I was worried that he would get mad that I was running away from him and he would go after me. So I'm speed walking out of the park. I can hear him behind me yelling things. I heard him say, can't you put that ass in my face? And then he called me the R slur and then a few other things that I couldn't understand. But I ended up getting out of the park and up to Main Street. But this park has like multiple exits, and he gets to another exit and he exits the park and he sees me and he starts coming towards me. So I turned around, I walked the other direction, tried to go into a coffee shop. They were closed. There was a gas station that I thought about going into, but I knew if I went to a gas station, I explained the situation to a man, because like usually gas station employees are men. He just like wouldn't understand the severity of it. So I ended up like walking through a bunch of residential neighborhoods until I got to the main part of Main Street where all the restaurants, bars, coffee shops are. And I'm walking down there and I feel a little bit better because there's a lot of people around. But this man somehow finds me and he starts walking towards me again. And I luckily popped into a coffee shop that was open and there was a lot of people in it, a lot of guests, a couple baristas. I went up to the baristas and I explained the situation and they were really helpful, really concerned. Asked me what they could do to help me, if they wanted me to call the cops, if they needed me to call me an Uber. And then we look at the door and the guy is literally there, face pressed against the glass, looking inside, waiting for me to leave. One of the male baristas went out and told the guy, like, you gotta go, dude. And eventually he ended up going away. And I called an Uber home. Oh, also, during my, like, experience while I'm trying to get away from this man, 2 separate cars honked at me and catcalled me. So I'm literally being like sexually harassed already by this random dude, and I have people still harassing me on the streets. Anyways, the guy leaves. I call an Uber. The barista walks me out to it, and I don't see him anywhere, so I think that he went far enough away. But like all of this to say, if you live in Manchester, Connecticut, just be careful. This was at 9:30 in the morning. It was broad daylight, people everywhere. I cannot imagine what he could have done if it was like 9 p.m. when it was dark out and there was nobody around. Like, terrifying to think about. But just like be careful, carry pepper spray, you know, the usual things that women are forced to do. Okay, I know everybody says this, but I did not expect this video to blow up so much. But since it is, I wanted to make a quick update just to address some questions and comments I'm still getting. I just used this comment because, oh my god, he looks so ugly right now. I just used this comment because it has a lot of likes and it's at the top of the feed, so I think it'll get the most traffic. But I did make a police report, and then last night he did the same thing to somebody else, and she called in as well, and he ended up getting arrested last night. I took down my other 2 update videos just because I had some information wrong, and the comments were just like getting out of hand. A lot of victim blaming, which I expected, and like I have thick skin, I really don't care, it didn't bother me, but just like so much victim blaming, some racism, people saying like, oh, he must be an illegal immigrant. I don't know if he is, I don't think he is, but I don't know if he is. But either way, like he's first and foremost a man, and that's the root of the problem and the root of why he did this. So I don't care where he's from, it doesn't matter where he's from, my comments aren't a place for racism. A lot of people asking why I didn't shoot him or why I didn't pull a gun on him, as if it's just like expected that I carry. I do not carry. I've never carried. I never will carry. I don't believe in guns. I don't think a gun would make this situation better, or most situations where they're recommended better. So that advice just doesn't really do anything for me. Also, a lot of people are coming at me for saying I didn't want to go into the gas station because I was worried the only person there would be a male employee. I had just been harassed by 3 separate men. The last thing I really wanted was to see another one. I just wanted to find somewhere with more people and where women would be, which is why I went to downtown. That's the choice I made. If you felt it would feel safe going into a gas station, that's totally fine. If you are a man and you think that you're a safe person for women to come to, I totally believe you. I just didn't really have much faith in men at that point. I also know a lot of people in the comments were saying that they've had situations with him before, and if you have, I would suggest just calling the Manchester Police Department and giving them a quick statement. I don't know if it'll help or do anything, but maybe it could just help to uphold his charges a little bit. Okay, I think that's all I have for now. If I hear anything else or get any more information, I'll keep you guys updated. I'm sure that the Connecticut news stations, they're already covering it, so I'm sure that they'll have information as well, including whatever happens on Monday. But if I hear anything else, I will let you guys know.
Next, my brothers and sisters, here is Nickholas Dizon badly rap music, and his rap music is so bad to the point that a lot of people are telling Nickholas Dizon on his TikTok account page to take music lessons in prison for real.
Thank you and welcome to Portal 6. Yeah, read between the lines, an open book, this is the page. Now do you want to make more money than minimum wage? These workers feel real low nowadays, you should probably give them a raise. Exciting children at the zoo, they charge who lives in the caves. So even if you're a prisoner, you gotta be a good listener when they call the commissary. Even your freedom's not free, and it's kinda scary, but no, it's not Halloween. We put ourselves when our shots to see it's not a dream. I'm sorry if I come off cocky with prestigious rhyming schemes. I beg the Lord to answer my prayers until I'm screaming on my knees. Because all I'm really looking for is just a consistent job. It's better than killing somebody, selling some drugs. And I think that it's the mob. A cute shorty will always make a band if she slides on a knob. Some people believe in me, but some don't. That's the only thing I have in common with God. An eager man trying to convince someone will lead to a probable nod. Now, I am not an angel, but I don't want to have a problem with God. When I'm feeling too succulent and they want to ram me, I've been starting to dodge. Yet it has been a journey. I'm protecting this ride like a parking garage. It's getting dark in this lodge, rubbing off like a parlor massage. At least that's the way that I'm apprehending. I really hope that there's a happy ending. Currently, there's a lot of violence and hardship sadly trending, followed by a lot of hope for joy that be pending. Although I hope you get the message from this rap. Yeah, read between the lines, an open book, this is the page. Now do you want to make more money than minimum wage? These workers feel real low nowadays, you should probably give them a raise. Excited children at the zoo, they charge who lives in a cage. So even if you're a prisoner, you gotta be a good listener when they call for commissary. Even your freedom's not free, and it's kinda scary, but no, it's not Halloween. We pinch ourselves when it's shot just to see it's not a dream. I'm sorry if I come off cocky with prestigious rhyming schemes. I thank the Lord to answer my prayers until I'm screaming on my knees, because all I'm really looking for is just a consistent job. It's better than killing somebody. And I think that it's the mob. Cute shorty will always make a band if she's 5 in the knob. Some people believe in me, but some don't. That's the only thing I have in common with God. And even me trying to convince someone will lead to a problem not. Now, I'm not an angel, but I don't want to have a problem with God. When I feeling too truckling and they want to ram me, I even starting to dodge. Yet it's been journey, I'm protecting this ride like a parking garage. It's getting dark in this lodge, and rubbing off like a parliament massage. At least that's the way that I'm apprehending. I really hope that there's a happy ending. Currently, there's a lot of violence and hardship sadly trending. Followed by a lot of hope and joy that is canon. Although I hope you get the message from these raps that my ass keeps sending. Thank you.
Good evening. My name's Dizon, and welcome to Portal 7. Yeah. Don't ask me how it feels to be fried. I got no words for it, like my favorite rapper, Hash Brown. And if I decide to take any more punches, this will probably be the last round. I be rapping discreet on authentic beats. I ain't looking for a trap sound. Nosy people should just take the back door if they're looking for your background. The only time I got my back turned to somebody is when they're giving me a pat down. Or maybe I just meant a pat on the back. If the government could tax the air, I still wouldn't have an asthma attack. Oh, don't hold your breath. Meditate. The world's so cold I nearly froze to death. Close your legs and hold your heads up way high to the great sky. There ain't gonna be no mixtape when I cross over like A.K.A. Even though I may die. Damn girl, did you just flick your bean to me? The least you could do is say hi. What do you mean I'm not that? Okay, bye. Anything you want in life is like the universe. It takes time. A narrow path is spreading statewide. Nothing new today, just the same vibe. I ain't Christopher Columbus. I ain't messing with no dang tribe. The camera's always gonna be rolling for me. We remain live. I don't need a ring. I won't change sides. I'm Agent Fine like Wanda, still picking at me like some grapevines. So during late nights, I drink 8 pints and piss my life away. Like, why do I have to die this way? I fell asleep and forgot my ramen soup inside of the microwave. Am I a cow because my life's at stake? Little Jeffrey is in the kitchen itching for chicken. He still can't find his plate. I've always been socially awkward. It's the reason I don't like to date. But I'm trying it now. I spit fire like the hidden dragon in Chinatown. I'm sorry if you feel uncomfortable when I'm around. Don't walk all over me like I'm the ground. I've been sick, and I've been crowned. I'm not too hyped, don't hype it up, just hype it down. Solidifying like the concrete this time around. Now why do I always seem to reach a bump in the road? It's not that neat whenever trouble unfolds. I can see inside of your heart without a couple of probes. You better cover your nose. Thank you.
I've been a miracle, I've been a big disgrace. Life is such a marathon, I'm not trying to win a race. I am not the king of kings, I am not Triple H. Baby girl, I need some milk, tell me how your nipples taste. And if you're trying to give me some, I'll break out a dinner plate. I can put in overtime, I can work from 10 to 8. If you give me those lemons, I can make lemonade. No, I'm not straight, but I'm a straight renegade. I couldn't say that my behavior would be something that the world really loves to penetrate. But do not hesitate, I won't lie, it seems like you got better fate. I'm tipsy after only 2 drinks, cause I'm a featherweight. I generally don't kick it with y'all, that's how I generate. I figured out that me so genius, but I don't gender hate. No self-esteem to be esteemable is what I estimate. But I'm just trying to be myself, I'm not trying to replicate. Hope is one thing, but I will not mess with faith. I'm chained to a dungeon wall beneath a Picasso portrait, the peasants paint. Photo 2. One more time. Yeah. One more time. Yeah. Here we go. I've been a miracle, I've been a big disgrace. Life is such a marathon, I'm not trying to win a race. I am not the king of kings, I am no Triple H. Baby girl, I need some milk, tell me how your nipples taste. And if you're trying to give me some, I'll break out a dinner plate. I could put in overtime, I could work from 10 to 8. If you give me those lemons, I can make lemonade. No, I'm not straight, but I'm a straight renegade. I couldn't say that my behavior would be something you emulate. That the world really loves to penetrate. But do not hesitate, I won't lie, seems like you got better fate. I'm tipsy after only 2 drinks, cause I'm a featherweight. I generally don't kick it with y'all, that's how I generate. I figured out that me so genius, but I don't gender hate. No self-esteem to be esteemable is what I estimate. But I'm just trying to be myself, I'm not trying to replicate. Hope is one thing, but I will not mess with faith. I'm chained to a dungeon wall beneath a Picasso portrait, the peasants paint. The peasants paint. Photo 2. Thank you.
Also, my brothers and sisters, Nickholas Dizon is a criminal and a predator who needs to be arrested and charged for assault to our queen sister for real, my brothers and sisters. If you like this video, please share this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel and other social media platforms too, my brothers and sisters.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer